Hi, everybody. We have reached chapter 9, which is our chapter on intercultural relationships in everyday life. The world we live in today, which I feel is amazing, is really a world where, at least where I live, it's more acceptable for people to be in intercultural relationships. However, there are lots of challenges when people are in intercultural relationships. My best friend Mandy, she's American, and she married Koku, and she met Koku in college. He was here on a student visa, and he's from Togo, which is in West Africa. Of course, they fell in love, got married, currently have a bunch of babies, and are super happy. But I remember them going through their relationship and having some challenges. I remember when Mandy was first pregnant with her daughter, and Koku, I remember asking Mandy, "Are you going to have drugs when you have this baby?" And she was like, "Of course I'm going to have drugs." And Koku, I guess this was a point of contention for them, was so upset. And he's like, "People where I live, they have babies in the dirt. I don't know why we need to have all these drugs." And they would get in this huge argument. And I found in their relationship, even little different ideas about things like that caused them problems. They're still doing great. They've been married for about 10 years now. But it's definitely opened my eyes to how when you're in a relationship with someone who comes from a different culture, a lot of times there are challenges with that. So you have some interesting options for this chapter. One of them is to watch, which I know seems a little crazy, but I think there's a lot to learn from the first episode, season 1, episode 1 of 90 Day Fiancé. And what you see in that video are all of these different people coming together in an intimate relationship from all over the world. And you see some of the challenges that they experience doing that. Your book talks about everything from a high context culture to a low context culture. Even the things we've talked about in past chapters, like the nonverbal communication stuff, like touch and how close you stand, varies drastically from culture to culture. So when we look at what can we do to make a relationship work, with two people that come from totally different walks of life and different backgrounds, there's a lot to learn from that. So the other option is, I believe it's either a podcast or a short video. I think it's a podcast where you're learning about interracial marriages. So they're talking about the challenges of interracial marriages. So enjoy the chapter, and I hope you really learn a lot of new, interesting things from learning about intercultural relationships. Thank you.